Welcome to Broken Tusk Rising, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play in the Galarian campaign setting. We're playing through the Quest for the Frozen Flame adventure path.
I'm Shaun, and I'm playing Andreas Witchborn, the Human Magus.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Xankath, the Halfling Fighter.
I'm Janette, and I'm playing Jonesy, the Human Cleric.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Korgo, the Human Barbarian.
Last time on Broken Tusk Rising, Andreas, Jonesy, Korgo, and Xankath met with a child named Hammock to learn the location of some tapers that they were supposed to bring back to the following. Hammock lectured on the social structure of mammoths at great length, and as a result, Xankath learned something about animal social structures. The heroes found the tapers in a small forest and carefully approached them. Although the tapers had been injured by traps of unknown origin, Xankath used her new knowledge to calm them down and remove poisoned barbs from their feet. The grateful tapers helped the heroes find the poisoned barb traps that injured the animals, but just then, two fur and leather-wearing humans burst from the trees, shouting, "Die, Broken Tusk cowards!" And that means we need to roll initiative. Now, they have been using stealth, and their stealth checks exceeded your perception DCs, and they're using those stealth rolls for initiative.
Andreas got a 17.
Jonesy got an 18.
Xankath got a 16.
Ooh, interesting.
Korgo rolled a 1. It was 7 total. I don't know what he was doing.
Distracted by the tapers.
Look at pretty tapers.
Yep.
So the order is going to be the two hunters, then Jonesy, Andreas, Xankath, and Korgo. All right, so the first thing that the hunters are going to do is one of them is going to stride next to Xankath and Andreas. How does holding actions or readying actions work in Pathfinder?
You spend 2 actions to describe an action and a trigger. You get to take 1 action as a reaction if that trigger takes place.
Great. This hunter strides up and readies an action. And now the other hunter gets to go. Andreas is now flanked because the other hunter has moved up the other side of Andreas. Now, the readied action triggers. The first hunter takes an attack on Andreas. They are stabbing at you with spears.
I feel like, for some reason, if you take an action and then you hold, and then you take another action, that doesn't sound right to me.
No. So the first hunter moved using 1 action for a stride, and then spent his last 2 actions to ready.
So using all 3 actions.
Basically readying attack until I'm flanked.
All right, we got a total of 18 to hit.
That is a successful attack.
Not a critical, but a successful attack. All right, now I'm going to roll the damage. 5 points of piercing damage as this hunter runs up, prepares to attack you, but holds off for a moment until you're somewhat distracted by a hunter on the opposite side. And then while you're distracted, he stabs at you, evading your armor and piercing you with his spear.
Oh, I'm not a fan of this.
And then the other one will attack twice.
Double not a fan.
Oh, no!
Oh, come on, Mike. What are you doing to me, man?
Oh, I believe that's a natural 20.
Sure is.
Yep.
Which means double damage. What's the rule in Pathfinder? Is it roll everything and then double it?
Times 2.
Bonus is also double?
Yeah, so like if you had sneak attack,
Yeah.
also doubled. Oof.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
That's okay.
I rolled a 1 on damage, so Andreas takes 6 points of damage.
I can handle that.
Could be worse.
Yep. There's one more attack,
I'm bloodied.
but it's going to be at a penalty now. And they roll a 9. They stab you once from the other direction, but now you've figured out what's going on, and you're able to block the next stab with the spear.
Andreas is visibly relieved. You did miss an ability
Oh, did I?
when you crit me.
Oh, what did they? They didn't reduce you to 0.
No, a target critically hit by a hunter's strike is flat-footed until the end of its next turn.
Muzzle
Right.
slicer.
Muscle slicer.
So that means even if I were to get out of this flank, I'm still flat-footed.
Interesting. I don't know why I didn't notice that one. Yeah, you're right. You are flat-footed until the end of your next turn because one of them critically hit you. Jonesy, it's your turn. You've seen your friend Andreas is now flanked by these 2 hunters, and he's being pierced by these spears repeatedly. What do you want to do?
Help.
Wait, what's my voice?
Oh, yes, I have to remember my voice. I was doing a different one yesterday. No! You swine! Get away from him!
And you will command this guy to my left to run.
So he needs to make a will save, I'm guessing?
So it's a will save, yeah.
That's a total of 11.
Fail.
Yay!
So when does that action take place? On his turn?
On his turn, yeah.
All right.
Read the failure condition there.
Failure. For the first action on its next turn, the creature must use a single action to do as you command. So he's got to run as far as he can.
Right. Right, for one action. He has to stride once.
Yeah.
And then he will... So I got one more action left, so he's going to reach out and touch Andreas lovingly on the neck, as friends do. And will heal him for 1d8. 5.
Andreas recovers 5 hit points.
Thank you, Jonesy. That was very well needed.
Anything for you, sir?
Andreas, it is your turn.
Okay. Andreas doesn't like this position he's in.
Sure.
He is feeling like he might need to bust out some big guns here. I'm going to start with a spell strike and hope that these guys don't have attack of opportunity. So Andreas whips his meteor hammer around his head and utters a incantation, and this like huge rippling wave of electricity travels through the chain to the sensor, and then he's going to smack it into the one hunter that's standing beside the Xankath.
Make an attack roll.
And I am casting Shocking Grasp, which is my level 1 spell for the day. I really hope it hits. Oh, God.
14 to hit.
14.
Their armor class is higher than that, so I'm afraid that misses.
Blast.
The hunter ducks out of the way.
And then Andreas will move. I'll do a stride. I'm going to move 10 feet and flank this hunter with Xankath.
Great. That's the end of your turn. You've used up all your actions, yes?
And my precious single spell slot.
Oh, it's rough being first level.
It really is.
Xankath, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to pull my short sword, because I'm sure it wasn't out, and I am going to attack the one between Andreas and I. Well, that's not going to do it. That's a 1 + 9, so that's going to miss.
I'm afraid that misses.
Yep.
You're still flanking, though. Give her another shot.
Yep. So I'm going to take another swing. I'm going to say a 13 probably doesn't hit.
Hold on. Let me check short sword. Short sword is agile, so it's only -4.
Okay, so 14.
And they are flanked, which gives them a -2 to AC, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
That means you hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 5 damage.
All right.
Take it. We'll take a good hit, Xankath.
All right, so Xankath, now that you've got this hunter flanked with Andreas, now he's in the same position that Andreas was in, and he's deflecting both your attacks on both sides, and you manage to get a stab through with your short sword.
Xankath kind of growls at him and says, "That was quite rude."
And you have another action, right?
No, I haven't moved because I had a plan to move, but then Andreas did.
Did you take out your short
I don't
sword?
really know that there's... Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
you took out your short sword.
That's
That's
what
right.
it was. I took out my short sword and attacked twice, so I'm good.
Okay. Next is Korgo. Korgo is sort of in a corner, not directly in melee. He'll have to stride if he wants to get into melee range.
Yeah, Korgo was like washing his. There's this little puddle pond thing next to him. He's like washing his hands, ducked down, and then he stands up and he turns around. There's a full-fledged combat going on behind him. There's already one guy running away. Combat's half over. So Korgo will. Oh, sure. I'll take a step. Korgo will take a step, and he will. What will he do? Let's just have him regular attack.
What will he do?
He's got a magic spear. Let's use the magic spear. So he takes out the magic spear and he tries to stab a guy. He hasn't really attacked anyone in a long time, like a person. Oh, that's a
Nice.
19 on the die,
Oh,
or a 27 total.
that is a hit. And does that person count as flanked against
I don't
all
think it
enemies at this
does,
point?
no.
Or just...
No.
Nope.
Just the
Okay.
two of us.
Well, in any case, either way, that is more than 10 greater than their armor class. That is a critical hit.
Nice.
Nice, Korgo.
All right, that's 12 damage.
Korgo steps up to this hunter only just now becoming aware of what's going on, and thrusts the spear straight through him. And he gurgles and falls to the ground. And we're into the second round of combat, unless you wanted to do something else.
That's it. That was 3 actions. I strode,
Okay.
got a weapon, and attacked.
I have a question that may soon be important. What
Yes.
constitute a manipulate action?
Manipulate is anything that is like interacting with an object, casting a spell,
Not like attacks, though.
drinking a potion, not attacks.
Okay, thank you.
All right. This hunter growls at Korgo and says, "You'll pay for that," and will attack you.
He's got to run away first.
He'll run away,
Oh,
actually.
no, you're
runs
right.
away.
He'll run away. He says, "Oh, you'll pay for that in a moment." just a moment. Okay. Wait. Why am I running away? Now I'm back. And now you'll pay.
I appreciate that you took the time to move the token
Yes.
Yes.
and then move it back.
Total of 21.
That's a hit.
Okay. So he tries to stab Korgo
Oof.
for 8 points of damage. That's the end of the hunter's turn. The other hunter is dying. Jonesy, what do you want to do?
Jonesy will step away. Oh, no, wait. You won't. Divine Lance is 30 feet. Okay, so I don't have anything. I'm going to have to draw my weapon.
All right.
I don't think they have attack of opportunity.
You have not seen them use attack of opportunity when they had opportunities
They had
to
ample
do so.
opportunity to attack me.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so Jonesy will step away 10 feet, and he'll yell,
Don't touch Korgo either. You jerk face.
There you go.
and I will attack for a 20.
Nice.
Oh, that is a
Yeah.
hit.
And the damage is 7.
Oof. Okay.
That's all my actions.
Andreas, your foe is dead. There's another one who ran away and came back, swearing vengeance.
I swear vengeance on you.
I will walk over so that I am just adjacent to Korgo, 10 feet away from this hapless hunter number 2. And my weapon has reach, so I'm going to strike him from a distance. First I will actually use one action to enter Arcane Cascade, which will add some electricity damage to my attacks. And then I will attack with my Meteor Hammer.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
is a hit.
Nice.
13 points
That's
damage,
some
sir.
good damage right there.
Oh.
It's good
That's
damage.
max
Oh.
damage.
All right.
Max.
You swing your meteor hammer around and hit him in the head. There's a jolt that goes up and down his spine. He jiggles in place for a moment and then collapses to the ground.
I'm not a fan of being ambushed.
That's what you get for running with scissors.
So at least that's what it looks like they have in their
It
hands.
does look like that.
Wow. Huh.
These hunters are not very safe.
Wow. Yep.
The token art's totally just cutting off like a sling or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
it
is.
makes it look like scissors. Yeah. Xankath kicks the one beside her.
All right, he gurgles.
Sure.
Is he still breathing?
Well, I'm not sure. I just wanted to take out some frustration. I didn't get to hit as many things there as I would have liked.
I could, if you want to try to save them, I could roll their checks.
Yeah, should we take them back for questioning?
Otherwise, they're going to bleed out here.
Save one of them, Jonesy. We need information which following these attackers belong to.
I could perhaps stabilize him, but do we have some rope to tie him up?
Oh yes, I have rope.
Okay. I'm not going to waste a healing cast. I'm just going to try to use the traditional methods. Oh no. 11.
Jonesy kind of sticks his fingers in the wounded holes.
I think it's like this. Just try to clog the holes.
Your exploratory attempts are unfortunately not helpful, and the hunter expires.
Xankath is going to search whichever one is not getting Jonesy's special attention.
It was useless. There's no point. He would have died anyways.
All right, so you search them. They have on them some furs, leathers, skins. They each have a spear and a sling, and that's all.
No identifying marks, nothing.
Make a medicine check.
Sure. Oh.
Oh.
I got a natural 20 plus 2.
Wow. All right, so These aggressive warriors are wearing skins that wouldn't be out of place among the broken tusks, but their facial scarring is unlike anything you have ever seen. It is sloppy, rough work, striped across their faces as if they had been raked by claws, but they're too elaborate to be the result of an attack or accident. One of the warriors appears to have suffered an injury to one eye as a result of the scarring procedure.
Okay, I tell everybody that.
Well, they know who we were.
Yes, they knew exactly which following we belong to, which means they know that they are trespassing.
Perhaps grandfather will be able to provide some more information once we describe the scarring.
Or he'll be evasive and elusive once again.
Yes, that is certainly possible.
Andreas is going to... I mean, how friendly have we got these tapers being? Would they be willing to carry a dead body each back to camp?
They seem pretty taken with Xankath. I think you could probably get them to do that. We should probably have you roll something. What could we have you roll?
Perhaps what we could do, sir, is demonstrate what we want to do by lifting the body, pretending to put it on Korgo's back, and then offering to do the same on their back. Surely they'd understand that.
Korgo, do you want to carry 2 bodies back to camp?
Of course I do. I've always wanted to do that.
You could use your 12
Yeah, hold on. Where is it? Can I even do it? How do the mechanics work?
These are pretty skinny, wiry, lanky dudes. There's not a lot to them.
All right. Here, help me get one on each shoulder. Let's try it.
All right, well, that isn't what I was suggesting, but that's fine.
So yeah, we're going to take these bodies back with us. I know that they'll probably just get sky burials later, but I think any evidence that we can provide to the elders that something's going on, I think is worthwhile, especially because they seem to be dismissive of the concerns we have already.
We also take back the remains from the trap that they had left that the tapers got into, in case that gives some evidence too.
And the tapers just follow you.
I chat with them as we go, as Imec taught me.
Mm-hmm. Mike, I have some cultural questions. So each clan or tribe has a pathway they go on. They don't really overlap for the most part.
They might, and sometimes they meet up.
Okay. So are there really territories? Are they territorial? Is it like you can't come on our path kind of a deal, or is it?
Yeah, it would be frowned upon to go on the exact same path, but to sort of overlap on as you're traveling your own, that would be fine.
All right.
But, we're close enough to our following right now that I imagine this would be considered, our hunting area.
Yeah.
Each following has an area surrounding them that is their hunting area while they're there, right? That seems logical.
It is weird to have a tribe that you aren't aware of hunting so close to your following.
Yeah.
But do the followings not really move around?
Oh, no, they do.
No, we're all moving
They're
around.
all moving around all the time.
Right.
But on different paths.
Gotcha.
We like the planets orbiting the sun, man.
And they know who we are, so they know that they're too close to us. They know who we are.
All right, you discuss this as you return to camp. And when you return, camp is beginning to settle down for the night. It's too late now to get started on scouting Rockloom. You'll have to do that tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
But you walk into the camp with Korgo still trudging with these 2 corpses on his shoulders, which attracts a lot of attention. Are you heading straight for Awa's tent?
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right.
We drop the tapers off wherever they go.
Oh,
first.
Sure. You can drop them off with the animals. Yes, that's a good idea. And then you head to Awa's tent. On the way, you pass Korgo's tent, and Korgo, Anka is there. She's flagging you down, and she says, Korgo, come here.
Hey, what's up?
What are you carrying? Who is that?
I don't know. Someone from some other tribe. Some other clan. They ambushed us.
Fine, you go deal with that, but Brahm is being very uncooperative. It is bedtime, and he insists on getting a story from Daddy and his friends. So finish that business and then get back here and put him to bed.
Okay, just let me get rid of these dead bodies.
So you continue to Awa's tent with lots of people giving you strange looks as you walk by with these corpses. You get up to the tent, there's smoke drifting from the fire, and you don't see anyone outside. Do you knock on a tent? What do you do
Hello.
I guess you call out.
It's the ceremonial, like you just put your hand on the side and start at the top and slowly go all the way down.
Oh, God. No.
Grandfather Iowa, we have news for you.
All right, Grandfather Iowa comes out of the tent. He looks a little sleepy, and he says, "Oh, yes, young scouts. You have returned. But what is this? Who are these people?"
We were ambushed while we were taming some tapirs out in the forests. These two hunters, they're from some enemy following, we think. They called us Broken Tusk cowards, and then attempted to spear me. Korgo saved my life. And Jonesy, and Xankath. Actually, it was everybody. Team effort.
Well done. And you brought the tapirs?
Oh, yes, they're already back with the other animals. They're fine.
Impressive. Let me see them.
Korgo will drop one of them kind of normal and the other one really aggressively, the one that stabbed him. Just drop them really hard.
He looks them over, and when he gets to their faces, his skin blanches a bit. Speak of this to no one. For now, take the bodies. Take them west of the following, and leave them in the snow.
But who are they?
We may speak more of this tomorrow. We cannot speak of this until you have finished scouting Rockloom.
Grandfather Iowa, when Jonesy and I were in the army, we understood that there was certain information that was need to know. But we've seen signs of these interlopers on each of our tasks you've set before us. I'm worried that we'll go to Rockloom just to be ambushed yet again. You please, in Desna's name, tell us something that will help us here.
I must speak to the heads of the houses, and then we will speak more. We must be sure, and we must decide what to do.
Well, Andreas is not happy with this.
Yeah.
But he does respect the chain of command to a certain extent, so he's kind of just shakes his head and looks over to Korgo and Jonesy and Xankath, and you just see there's anxiety in his eyes, and he'll pick up one of the bodies.
When we first entered and he was looking kind of tired, Jonesy kind of elbows Korgo and he gives him a confused look like,
This guy's just sleeping.
and then he, same thing, kind of looks upset that they're not getting any information.
You mean Grandfather Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because Grandfather Iowa looks really tired, doesn't
Yes,
he?
he does. Tired and worried.
I mean, he's also super old, but, come on.
Yep. Yeah, he watches as you pick up the bodies, and he looks up at the moon and looks at all of you and says, "The hour is late. Night is beginning. You must all attend to your tasks. In the morning, go to Rockloom." And he turns and re-enters the tent.
So Andreas will help carry one of the bodies out there. The whole way, he's just kind of like grumbling under his breath to the rest, whoever else is coming, but like,
No information, no intelligence about enemy forces. You're walking right into death trap.
I'm sure. I am sure that once we finish our task, we will be given all of the information we could want and be able to understand what's going on. I'm sure there's a good reason for this.
Yeah, Awa knows best. It seems a bit silly after we've dragged the bodies through the camp, though.
I think everybody will know about it at this point, but here we are.
I don't like it either. I'm almost certain we're about to encounter something else on our next task.
So you dutifully carry the corpses and you put them in the snow as instructed and walk back to camp. It's very late now. What's everyone doing?
We've got to tell young Korgo's son a bedtime story.
You head to Korgo's tent, and standing outside is little Brahm, looking a little sleepy but also grumpy.
Hey, little guy, I heard you were giving your mom a hard time.
Daddy, I want a bedtime story.
Well, you're in luck. We brought Jonesy here to tell you a brand new story rather than some dumb old story from your old man.
Tell me a story about you and your friends, Daddy.
Korgo will look at Jonesy.
Would you like to hear a story about how awesome your dad is?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, children are like adults, right? I could just tell them the same stories I would tell an adult, right?
No.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, tell me an adult story.
Nope.
Yes, it's got lots of adult themes. It's perfect for children. So here we are. We go into the forest, and we're very quiet because we're trying to find tapers. And we're walking along, and your father is, of course, at the head of the front. He's looking around, and there he sees the tapers. And he turns to us, and he shouts at us, tells us to be quiet. He moves forward. And then, instead of doing what a normal hunter would do, which is spear the tapers and kill them brutally, he lifts up his hands, shows he has no weapons, and then speaks to him. Although, come to think of it, I think that might have been a moose. And it might have been a few days ago. But I remember back when I was in the Crusades, there was this woman who I quite liked. And we were talking about what a moose is, because they sort of look a bit like elks.
Brom yawns.
And he just continues on like that.
Braun's eyes are getting heavier and heavier. Eventually, Korgo picks him up and takes him inside the tent, and he's out.
That was amazing.
That's how you tell a story.
That was amazing.
That was very good.
You must have the tame Brom feet.
Hero point for that. That was brilliant.
Definitely.
That's the
Great
one.
job.
Yep.
Thank you.
I usually hit him over the head. That was better.
How's he supposed to learn anything without a concussion?
It's a family-friendly podcast, folks.
Oh, no.
Poor girl learned how to parent from the Flintstones, probably.
Is it possible for me to somewhere in the camp find a buckler?
I think that seems suitably low-tech, like something that you could get. Sure.
Okay. And I'm going to refill my arrows.
Okay, right. Restock your arrows. Shaun, what do you think? We should probably have her pay the stock price for a buckler, right?
That's probably the rules.
How important is it in general to closely track that sort of thing?
I mean, a buckler is probably just a few silver.
Right.
It's 1 gold.
1 gold.
I'm looking at it.
I mean, right now, I only have 2 gold, so that's 50% of my spending power.
Sure.
So I would say track it.
Ooh, I've got 10 gold. How did that
I've
happen?
got more than that, so, but not 10.
Okay.
I bought a breastplate.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, I can afford it, so that's fine.
Do we need to manage any healing?
Yeah. Look at this. I got a sweet stab wound.
Yeah, if you could do either a few more of those or a treat wounds, I would appreciate it.
I will do treat wounds because I've only got 2 healing spells for today.
Yeah, I'm still down 5 hit points.
I will try to medicine you.
DC 15.
21.
Nice.
There you go.
Perfect.
So you don't restore hit points with sleeping with Pathfinder?
You do.
You get a couple back.
It's not a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need some too, Josh?
Yeah, Jonesy, if you could, don't do what you did to the traps or to the dead guy, and I'll be good.
Don't worry, I practiced on Andreas. 17, there you go.
How much is it again?
2d8?
It's 2d8 if you successfully treat wounds.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
For those wondering about rest, once every 24 hours, you can take a period of rest. It takes 8 hours, after which you regain hit points equal to your Constitution modifier times your level.
Oh, okay.
So for me, that's 2. And I was still down another 5 after that rest, so I did need healing.
Okay.
Certain conditions improve. Sleeping in armor means you fatigued. And if you go more than 16 hours without resting, you become fatigued.
Cool.
Is everybody back at full health
Yeah, I'm
now?
feeling good. Thanks.
No problem, son.
Thanks. Where'd you get the little shield? That's hilarious. What's that going to stop?
I don't know, but it's possible it could come in handy. I thought after that fight yesterday, having a little extra protection might be a good idea.
All right, yeah, I guess.
So I think that's probably all you have time for this evening. You head to your tents. You wake up the next morning, unless there's anything else anyone wants to do.
Not tonight.
It is the morning of the 30th of Farast. You've only got 1 task left before the night of the Green Moon. You must scout out Rockloom, the site of the ceremony. Letsua insisted that you should see Rockloom for yourselves, but he did point you in the right direction. Explain how to get there. The Broken Tusk following always makes camp a few miles from the sacred site out of reverence. Before you go, Awa reminds you that other animals have just as much right to be at Rockloom as the Broken Tusks and anyone else. You should, of course, protect yourselves from any aggressive animals, but otherwise leave the wildlife alone there. On the night of the Green Moon, the Imperial Lord or Demigod Raudrosh, patron of the herd animals, will keep wildlife away from Rockloom while the Broken Tusks perform their rituals. You walk the path to Rockloom, and it is obvious that it has been trod many times before. The grass has been worn away completely, leaving a pebble-strewn path that has sunk a foot below the tundra on either side. It is a quiet walk, and a light drizzle begins and ends before you arrive. You crest a small rise, and suddenly, you are there. To the north, you see massive ancient stones rise like teeth from the soft earth of this sacred site, forming a rough half-circle atop a grassy mound. North of the circle of stones are shrubs and trees, and beyond that you hear a river or stream. You may have seen this place before, but you've never been this close. Each enormous stone is shaped like a different animal sacred to the Broken Tusks. Cave bear, big cat, woolly mammoth, giant raven, and so on. The mammoth stone in the middle is the largest, standing 25 feet high, with its crown carved in the shape of a trumpeting tusked mammoth head. The monoliths are chipped and worn, having stood vigil at this edge of the Gornick Plain for countless generations, yet all stand magnificent and timeless, with one exception. The last stone to the west, the Raven Stone, is broken off at the midpoint, its upper half missing as though snapped off. That's the stone directly north of you on the map.
This big one, or the one directly north?
The one directly north of you, the one you guys just pinged.
The top of it isn't laying there or anything, it's just gone.
It's just gone.
We should take a look around. Perhaps it fell behind or down the hill. I mean, maybe it's been missing for years. I don't even know.
Yes, maybe we should take a look to see how long it's been gone for.
They said they wanted us to tidy up the place, so look around for rubble or sticks that are out of place.
All right, make a survival check, anyone that wants to look around.
Any chance it could be something other than survival? No? Okay.
23 for Jonesy.
Ooh, nice.
23 for Jonesy.
Nice.
19 for Andreas.
12 for Korgo.
12 for Korgo.
Never mind. Survival's fine, because that's a natural 20. Or
oh
a 22.
Gosh.
Ooh.
All right, so everyone but Korgo immediately sees deep footprints in the earth. They're a little erratic, like someone walking unsteadily, but they are humanoid, and about the same size as an adult human. This person could be drunk and very heavy, or they could be trying to carry something very heavy. And they sort of meander northward from the stone.
Okay, sorry, from the broken stone, you mean?
That's right.
So somebody is carrying a heavy piece of stone away from Ravenstone.
How fresh do they look? Recent?
They're pretty recent. Probably within the last day or two. If there hasn't been any heavy rainfall, and there hasn't been.
Does it look like it would be easy to follow them?
Yeah, you could follow them.
We do so.
Yes.
All right.
But before we do that, we make sure Xankath has her buckler on her character sheet.
I do.
Okay.
The footprints lead 15 feet north and then stop at a large boulder embedded in the ground. You can see that one on the map, the one that Andreas is at now. This boulder is clearly not the top of the Broken Ravenstone. You look around for more tracks here, but you don't see anything. The tracks just stop here.
Perhaps we should lift this boulder. Maybe there's a hole underneath.
Certainly. I'm sure Korgo and I can handle that.
Nearby are more of the standing stones, and to the north is a hillock ringed by trees. There's another huge boulder embedded in the side of the hill about 40 feet away from you. You can see that on the map here.
Korgo, let's see if we can roll this around a little bit. Maybe there's something underneath it.
Here, let me help too. I'm still quite strong.
Sure.
Sure. Give me athletics checks.
11.
Andreas got 19.
Ooh, so did Jonesy.
High five.
The two old men lean on this boulder, and they just barely manage to get it to lift up on one side the tiniest little bit. This thing must weigh tons.
Well, no treasure here. Time to move on.
Yes, I think that was a good enough workout for today.
I'll be feeling it in my hammies.
Biceps are bulging, sir.
Korgo, should we head over to that hill?
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry I didn't help. I didn't want to, reopen my wound. You guys did great.
So we head over to that next boulder, maybe.
All right, Xankath, are you staying there, or are you moving with them?
No, sorry, Xankath got real distracted.
Thanks.
I'm on the way.
You got stop fiddling with your buckler, Zanks.
She's just over there doing like shield bashes.
Take that.
You walk up to the base of the hill to this second boulder, and immediately, as soon as you arrive at that boulder, you see the same tracks here. They lead straight through the brush on the hilltop, with broken twigs and branches leaving a clear indication of someone's passage. There are a lot of ravens perched in the trees and bushes, all watching you and cawing loudly.
I'm putting 5 silver down the Pecanos up there. Any takers?
I bet it's a dead raven.
A dead raven. All right. Money's in the bag.
You know ravens mourn each other. Do you know that's
Andreas is going to take his meteor hammer out.
Okay.
In the past, carrion birds like ravens and crows hanging around on the battlefields meant that there could be undead or other larger carrion eaters around, so he just wants to be prepared. Weapon out just in case something is drawing those animals there.
Okay. So where are you heading? Stop. Okay, you don't make it that far.
Okay.
So
that's where I want to go,
man.
So Andreas, you get there. That's exactly right. You get that far. So Andreas walks up toward the bushes, trudging up this hill. But after just a few feet, all of the ravens jump into the air and fly toward you. Roll for initiative.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Why did you do that?
By Desna.
Oh. Wow, look at us.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
I wish these were attack rolls.
Yeah.
Andreas got a 22.
Xankath got a 24.
Oh my gosh. Korgo got a 25.
Wow.
But of course the ravens also rolled well. Jeez.
Jonesy got a 23.
Now, Jonesy, do you have pilgrim token?
I do have a pilgrim token.
So you win the tie there.
Take that, ravens.
Oh, okay. Korgo, you see this raven swarm begin to coalesce and sweep down toward Andreas, but you act first. What do you want to do?
Wow. So from my Pathfinder 1 knowledge, I know swarms are awful and like you can't ever do damage to them. Korgo run up to this and it appears that they're all going to peck out Andreas's eyes, right?
They're clearly heading for Andreas.
Okay.
Whether they want his eyes or not, hard to say.
All right.
He does have tasty-looking eyes.
This would be described as aggressive, though, right? We're not going to get in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is clearly self-defense. You can all shout, "They're coming right for me," real loudly, and everyone will know. That was a South Park reference, actually.
I had to just reach deep down into my middle school brain and pull that all the way back out. Ooh.
That was a deep South Park
Man,
cut there.
Those brain cells were dead. Those brain cells were sitting on the couch watching TV, and they're like, what is this? We're called into action. Okay, so Korgo strides up to the swarm that's starting to coalesce in these trees, and he'll go into a rage. He'll just do that smirk, and he'll say, "Watch out, old man, here they come." So I just want to explain something real quick. And by real quick, I mean 10, 15 minutes.
Cool.
So Korgo has the animal instincts of a cat as an option through his barbarian class. This gives him a jaw attack and a claw attack when he's in rage. The jaw attack does more damage because it uses a 10-sided die, and the claws use 6-sided die, so they do a little less damage. But the claws have a reduced penalty for multiple attacks. So it's always going to be me biting in the first attack. I feel like you guys will get tired of me biting all the time. The Bob Network already has a famous character for biting, and I'm getting into legal trouble for that reason. So I'm just going to flavor my attacks as claws or bites or whatever feels nice. But just for the record, mechanically, his first attack will be a bite, so we'll roll that d10, and the second or third attacks, if they happen, will be the claw attacks. Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I think you have to say what it is exactly. Because I'm not going to be able to follow. Sorry.
I'm already confused. You tell me whatever you want, Josh. If I hear it in that voice, I'll be convinced.
All right, I'm rolling 2 d20s for damage.
Whoa, wait a second.
Obviously kidding. That sounds good.
All right, so Korgo enters a rage, and he begins clawing and biting at the swarm of ravens.
I want to do that bite attack. There it is. Ow. Bite.
Arr.
That'll go 14 to hit.
All right, so you claw and bite at these birds, but they're just too fast. They just sort of swarm and flow around your mouth and your hands, and that misses.
Stay still. All right, that's his 3 actions. Sorry that took like 20 minutes, but, I'll never have to say that speech again. We're good.
Xankath, it is your turn. You see Korgo flailing at this swarm of ravens and not connecting at all.
Okay. Xankath draws her bow and takes the point-blank shot stance, because I've learned the lingo at this point, at least a little of it.
Nice.
And I'm going to shoot him with a bow. That is terrible on the damage, but 24 to hit.
Oh, that is definitely a hit. So your arrow goes soaring into this swarm of ravens, and you connect with something. What's the damage?
That's a whopping 2 damage.
However, whatever damage you inflicted was so superficial that it didn't seem to affect any of the birds.
Oh dear. I'm done.
They seem to be resistant to this piercing damage. And that's Xankath's turn. Jonesy, what do you want to do?
Jonesy will stay where he is.
You can't bite ravens with bows and teeth.
I shoot ravens all the time.
All right, well, watch this.
And he winks at you. And then raises up his hands and does like a circular motion. And then throws his hands up and casts a fire ray at them.
Oh, cool.
Ooh,
It's a 19 to hit.
19 is a hit. So this beam of fire streams from Jonesy into the swarm, and you can hear all the crows crying out.
Crying out for 6 damage.
All right, and that all goes through. They have no resistance to fire damage.
Oh, that was impressive. Well done.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Saren Ray.
Several ravens fall dead. Anything else you want to do?
I will move closer to Andreas.
Great. Raven Swarm. The Raven Swarm swarms. They fly right onto the spaces occupied by Andreas and Korgo. And the way this works is, does it happen on your turn or does it happen on their turn?
No, they spend an action usually, and then we make a save.
So I need you to make a basic reflex save. Both Korgo and Andreas.
20 for Korgo.
Oh, no.
9.
All right, Korgo, you take 7 piercing damage.
Whoa, that's a lot. Ouch.
That wasn't a successful save?
Oh, I'm sorry. Successful damage is half. You take half. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
my
Yes.
God.
It's like,
Yeah,
what?
You critically failed.
3 points of damage to Korgo. Thank you. Now, unfortunately, Andreas, you did critically fail, and you are not only going to take the 7 points of damage, you are also blinded for 2 rounds
Yikes.
Oh no.
as they are pecking at your face.
If I critically fail, I take 14 points of damage.
It's a basic reflex save, right? That means that you take double damage on a critical fail?
Yep.
Okay. So there's another effect as well if you critically fail.
You said I'm blinded for 2 rounds?
2 rounds.
Egads! Jonesy, I'm not ready for this.
Stop hurting yourself, sir. I'm trying
It's really not me.
to fight things, too.
And that is the end of the Raven Swarm's turn. Andreas, what do you want to do? You are blind and you are being swarmed by ravens. You can feel them pecking at your face.
Can I ever? Blinded. Just double check what this says. I can't see. Normal terrain is difficult terrain. I can't detect using vision. I automatically critically fail perception checks. If vision's my only precise sense, I also get a -4 to perception checks. And I'm immune to visual effects. I can... Aha!
Can't blind me again, blasted ravens.
I'm going to stumble back away from the swarm, about 10 feet, still hearing the squawking and terrifying noises coming from behind me. I am going to attempt my focus spell, Thunderous Strike,
Okay.
my conflict spell. This is 1 action. I get a melee attack with it, and it also is going to do an area effect. So first I will do my attack, which is a 21 to
That is
hit.
a hit.
Nice.
But they are concealed from me, so I think I need to roll DC 5 check.
Yeah, so what's the flat check if something is concealed?
DC 5, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
So I'll roll D20, and I got a 5 exactly.
All right, you did it.
Oh, okay, so melee strike will deal 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. They don't take quite all of that, but they take some of that.
Okay. And then I will place a 15-foot cone. They need to make the Raven Swarm, which is the only creature within the cone. Hopefully I'm not hitting Korgo.
Nope.
Must make a basic fortitude save.
All right. They rolled a 26.
Holy
no.
bro. Okay, well that is
You
a
mean
critical.
Holy Raven?
Holy Raven.
Hey.
Yeah, that's no damage.
That's so Raven.
Oh.
Nice, Mike.
That is a critical success. They don't fall prone, and they don't take extra damage from my area effect spell.
Okay.
Third action, I'm just putting my stance on Arcane Cascade, so I get extra point of sonic damage.
Cool. Korgo, it is your turn.
Korgo sees that even if he were to leave, he's currently in the swarm, there's birds all over him. And even if he were to leave this area, that would probably mean that they would go after someone else. So he's just going to stay there. And his hands are like claws, and he's just going to swipe at him in the air. So first attack is 22.
That is a hit.
All right, that's 11 damage.
Ooh. Good damage.
Ooh. And then what kind of damage?
This is slashing?
Piercing.
What's the better kind to do?
Not piercing.
Not piercing.
Okay.
What else you want to do? You want to attack again?
Oh, we're attacking a lot. Okay, more attacks. He's just swiping a lot. 17 to hit.
I'm afraid that time they just sort of squirm, flap through your hands, and they evade you.
Ooh, they are hard to hit. Okay.
They are hard to hit.
I don't know that you can intimidate a swarm.
If you have Intimidating Glare, you can.
I have intimidating. Let's try it. And the whole time is just going nuts in there. Ah! 14.
And that's against their will DC?
That's their will DC.
They do not appear intimidated.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they would.
Good
All right,
effort.
that's his 3 actions.
Xankath, what do you want to do?
Hey, I forgot my 2 points of damage for my stance last time. I don't know if we care at this point, but FYI,
We do.
It did 2 extra points of damage.
it should have done 2 extra points of damage.
And what would that have made the total?
4.
Okay, so it still does nothing.
Seriously?
Sorry. Yeah, seriously,
There is
sorry.
no chance I'm going to be able to damage these
The
things.
swarm sucks.
I'm going to shoot it. It didn't hit.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it again. It probably didn't hit. 16.
No, sorry.
You're hitting birds.
Okay, it wasn't going to do damage anyway. Xankath moves so that she is in front, like in between Andreas and the swarm.
Oh no. Oh,
That was a bad idea.
So tempting. Oh.
I know.
Oh.
You're not protecting me at all.
I know,
put that
but
out
this is what she would do. It's a bad idea.
All right,
This is
fair
what she
enough,
would
fair
do.
enough.
Okay.
I have made a little group of Jonesy, Andreas, and I.
Jonesy, what do you want to do?
I'm out of here. I'm going to quickly touch Andreas to heal him.
I should explain for the listeners that
Yeah.
Xankath has moved so that there is now a nice little trio of Jonesy, Andreas, and Xankath all next to each other in a convenient location for a swarm to get all of them.
They're currently attacking me.
Now I'm torn.
I suppose it depends how intelligent the ravens are.
Yeah, and also what their objective is, right? They came after you when you got close to the trees, the bushes.
Yeah.
Right now, there's already someone closer to the bushes than you are as a group. So I think it's going to focus on Korgo still. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Jonesy.
That's all right. So stop hurting yourself. It's getting a bit annoying.
And I will do a 2-action heal.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
14 hit points back.
Yeah, that's
You
huge.
got 14 back.
2 action heals are really good.
Yeah.
Then I will use my last action to walk away from everybody.
Thank you, Jonesy. I'm feeling right as rain again.
Now get away from me.
And Jonesy backs up a bit.
Okay. The Raven Swarm. All right. If I'm interpreting this correctly, I want to make sure that this is a one-action thing.
You can do it 3 times.
Really? 3 times?
They're brutal. They're just the meanest monster.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, Korgo, make a basic reflex save.
Okay.
Hero point.
I haven't enrolled yet. cut me some slack. Hero point.
Hero
Here it goes.
point.
I told you.
Yeah, but he's gonna make me do this 3 times, so it doesn't matter.
That's a critical fail, though.
That is a critical failure.
All right, so that was an 8 on the first one, but a 23 on the second roll after using my hero point.
That is a success. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Taken.
And now you need to make another reflex save.
No, this sucks. 24.
Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, you take 1 point of damage as these birds are just flying all around you, pecking at you, scratching at you with their claws. You can hardly hear anything over their squawking. Make another save.
Why? 23.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well
You
done.
take 2 points of damage again.
Nice.
Very impressive. Korgo is not succumbing to this swarm.
What's happening? Is he doing okay? It sounds like he's dying.
I think he might be dead already.
All I hear is screaming and black feathers, so...
All right, Andreas, it is your turn.
All right. My Arcane Cascade gives me 1 temporary hit point at the beginning of my turn, so I am back to full. I have 1 temporary hit point. I have some spells I want to try out here. I'm going to move first so that I am not immediately adjacent to Xankath and making a excellent target. I'm going to do a spell strike this time. So 2 action spell strike, targeting the swarm. And I'll do a produce flame. So fire ripples up the chain, and I strike. 17 to hit.
17 is a miss.
Ugh.
I retire in shame. Actually, you know what? I am going to hero point that.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
Oh. A natural 20 for a total of 27.
So this is where my class absolutely loves this.
For those of you that can't see, Sean's rubbing his hands
I'm
together.
rubbing my hands together. I'm just like, yes. So with a critical strike on a spell strike, my weapon damage gets doubled, but my spell also crits. So you're going to take 8 points of fire damage. Oof. You're going to take 2 points of sonic, 10 points of bludgeoning, and you're going to take persistent 1d4 fire damage at the beginning of each of your turn.
This flame erupts in the middle of the swarm, and there is an explosion of dead birds flying in every direction and then falling to the ground. And when the fire goes out, there are no birds left. You have destroyed the entire swarm.
Yes.
yes! That's how we do it back in the world wound.
Oh, wait. I have to roll a d20.
Oh, right, because you're blind.
So I'm blind.
Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot.
All right.
13.
Okay.
You made the flat check.
Woo.
All right, you
That
succeed.
would have sucked.
Yep.
That would have really
That would have been terrible.
Rage quit.
The swarm of ravens explodes, and Korgo is left standing there smoking with dead bird all over him. And that now frees you up to follow the tracks and the trail into the woods. And we'll find out what's inside next time.
Yeah.
Roll on.
Thanks for listening to Broken Tusk Rising. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, by chatting with us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. This show is possible due to all our patrons who get special zines, one-shots, episode commentary, and other stuff for supporting the podcast. Art for this episode is by Shaun Makes. Audio production and music are by me, Mike Hammock. Thanks for listening, and roll on.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Finish a turn before you do a different character.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Sir.
I liked
Yeah,
it.
geez, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
So
all right,
that's
so
all. That's a lot of free flanking.
Yep,
I just got
no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Funny, I was like, this is fine.
And now the other hunter gets to go. May I move the other hunter now? Is that cool? All right.
I'll allow
Okay.
it. but I'm going to be scouring the rule book for
Watch me real closely.
all. Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's 12 damage.
You just dealt 12
You just dealt 12
damage
to
Korgo by
yourself.
accident.
Yeah.
Let Mike damage his monsters.
Yeah.
What did I do? He hasn't fought anyone in a long time.
It's managed to stab himself with the spear. Impressive.
For 8 points of damage.
Now you can click the damage button, John.
Oh, I just did it manually. Okay, I'll learn it.
Yeah, that's all good.
So I click the damage button and then applies it to my character automatically.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
And then I can
Oh,
just click
okay.
heal when I just feel like that should heal me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and nobody will notice. It'll be fine.
Definitely won't give us a notification.
No.
Let's see. What happens if I click on the damage button? Who does it apply it to?
You have to have the right token selected and then hit damage, and it will damage that token.
Ah, slick.
Very slick.
Cool.
Very cool.
Here I am trying to put notes that are relevant to the campaign into my document. And I'm like, Anka, okay, there's a new NPC I don't remember. Anka's at Korgo's tent. She flags Korgo down and complains that Brahm is being fussy about bedtime. Next line.
Could be important.
Could be.
I'm sorry, Shaun. I should hold up a flag like side content.
No, it's okay. It's just not what I expected at all. I love it. I really love it, actually. I'm excited for this bedtime story.
Okay.
Jonesy kind of elbowed Josh and was like,
Was he sleeping?
And Josh is like, where'd you come
And,
from?
Korgo. Josh, hey.
Biceps are bulging, sir.
Thanks, Josh.
You know ravens mourn each other. Did you know that, sir?
We had a magpie funeral at our house today.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, 15 magpies, and 10 of them were on this one drain pipe all lined up. And we were like, what is happening? And they were squawking and everything. And we walked over and there was a dead magpie that maybe hit a window.
Oh.
But they were all hanging out, definitely mourning him or her.
Them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
cute.
That is both sad and cute.
Yeah, sad and cute.
But when ravens do it, it's a murder. Did I just hear a squeak? Shaun, make a squeak?
I'm just so terrified about what's going to happen
I hate
before my
Swarm so
turn.
much.
I'm really excited to stay over here.
You're a bad, bad old man, Andreas.
I'm so glad that worked.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was cool. Your descriptions of the attack is cool, too.
Oh, thank you.
Those 3 saving throw rolls were clutch. That was
Yeah, they were.
amazing.
Yeah. Swarms are so awful.
And if you don't have casters, you're screwed.
Yeah.
That sucked.
I assume bludgeoning damage works on swarms, but not
Bludgeoning damage works better.
Yeah.
but still not great.
They subtract 2 points from bludgeoning damage. They subtract 5 from slashing and piercing.
Everything I have is piercing.
Yeah.
But if you have anything that does area or anything that does splash, it's an extra 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What about a shield? If you shield bash?
I don't think I
If you
have that
shield
yet.
bash, they are instant dead.
Yeah. One hit
Why
automatic
didn't you
kill.
tell me that before, Shaun? Come on.
Didn't want to metagame.
Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? What do you mean I'm yelling into the wrong end? Hello? This is Nibnub. I'm one of the boys from Tom and the Boys. Recently, it has come to my attention that a big, stupid jerk named Korgo. What kind of name is Korgo anyway? You should get a nice name like Nibnub, or Binkbunk, or Tom. Anyway, this Korgo guy is apparently going around biting people. But that's my thing! Biting stuff is my trademark move. And you biting people without asking me? It makes me really frickin' mad. And it's also illegal. I was just gonna hunt you down and kill you, but my my lawyer said I should try using my words instead of just biting all my problems away. So let me make a few things really clear to you. Number 1, I trademarked biting with the trademark place in Carrion Hill. Number 2, biting is my signature move. I do it all the frickin' time. Number 3, I bite people way better than you do. And the number after 3, I started biting people first. Way before you did, frickin' jerk. If you keep going around biting people, it's gonna confuse everybody. Even my mommies were asking me if I have a big, hairy friend, which I don't! Except for Tom and the boys, but only some of them are hairy. In closing, you'd better stop biting people, because it's illegal, and I'll frickin' sue you, you jerk. It also makes me really frickin' mad, and you don't want to mess with me, because I have a few really cool, strong, magic mommy friends who will beat you up. That's it. Okay. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.